Hey guys, so today we are focusing on famous YouTube chef Emma Fontanella. Welcome back to Never Tasted Better, where I love to create my own delicious food recipes, but I also love to test famous YouTube chefs' recipes. Emma Fontanella is a pastry chef from Italy. She has had a lot of experience over the years working in fine dining restaurants. I believe she also went to culinary school as well. Her YouTube channel really took off. She has over 1.9 million subscribers. She is really popular right now because a lot of her dishes are supposed to be super easy. A lot of people, however, claim that some of her videos are not so good. Some people on YouTube claim that her videos are fake, while other people praise her and say that her videos are amazing. Today, we are focusing on her McFlurry recipe. She put this video up about 2 weeks ago. It's going really well. I have been wanting to try some of Emma's recipes for a while now, so I'm really excited to see how these McFlurries turn out. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you my full thoughts and review on the recipe. So before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, please subscribe, and let's get started.
Three ingredients we need today are 16 ounces heavy whipping cream, 9 ounces evaporated milk, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Plus, we will need silicone molds. Emma tells us to add these three ingredients together. So in a large measuring cup, I'm going to add our evaporated milk, all of the heavy whipping cream, and our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. She stirred these three ingredients together very vigorously, but she did specifically say not to whip it up. After this is stirred together, we're going to pour it gradually into our silicone molds. This measuring cup was actually perfect for this part. It had the perfect spout for this job. These three ingredients cost me $4.65, and a regular McFlurry costs $2.39. So we'll see if this is worth it. Wrap your silicone molds in plastic wrap, put it in the freezer overnight. The next morning, we're going to take our plastic off, and we see that there's a little bit of weird frost on top. No worries. This was the hardest part of all. This was really difficult to pop out of the mold. So it took me a few minutes, and then I finally said, forget this. I wised up. I went over to the sink. I poured warm water over the bottom of the mold, and lo and behold, they just started popping out left and right. So that is a great tip. I also realized that these guys weren't all going to fit in my smaller blender, so I had to get my big one out. Once they are all popped out, we are going to blend them up. Emma also tells us to add 3 tablespoons of whole milk gradually, just a little at a time as we go along. I was pretty convinced this was going to break my blender. These things were solid, so it took me a while to get these things to break down. After about 10 minutes of worrying my blender was going to break, it finally started to break down and get a little creamy. My blender was also starting to get a little hot, but I was rewarded with a delicious looking soft serve ice cream. I gotta say, this really does remind me of the McFlurries that you get at McDonald's. Look at the texture of this soft serve. You have to work fast with serving it up because it melts so fast. Our toppings today include sprinkles and mini chocolate chips. Lucy loved this ice cream, but her first bite, I believe, consisted of a brain freeze because she would go in for it, she would like it, and then she would start getting upset. It was really, really cold. All of the kids were huge fans of this McFlurry recipe, so I highly recommend it for your kids.
It looks so creamy and milky. It's melting, so I better try it. Brain freeze. Overall, it's not bad. It definitely needs some sweetener or something added to it, but it has the same texture as a McFlurry, so I was happy with that part. Overall, I would say this would be a good substitute for a McFlurry. On my scale of 1 to 10, I am going to rate this guy a 6. If you guys enjoyed this episode, let me know down below in the comments what else from Emma's Goodies you would like to see me test. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video.